Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to do a beautiful bridal look on Ashley. I'm not quite sure her mum would be that happy, but how old are you at the moment, Ashley?
20 this year.
20 this year. She can get married, couldn't she? But perfect bridal. Now let me just show you Ashley's hair. So Ashley has got mid-length hair. I'm going to do a look that doesn't need hair extensions because we don't always need them or want them. So we've gone through and we have blow waved in the Unite Elevate Mousse, just using the Time Saver brush. I've also gone through and we have done some crimping with the HTZ. Let me just close this over and show you exactly what we've done. But you can see all the way through here is we have got some really beautiful root crimping in all this hair. So it's a really good base to now work on for our low bun and our scalloping at the top. So let me show you exactly how this HTZ works in case you haven't tried it. So what I've done is I've just moved the dial so that it is the width of the section that I wanted to take on Ashley's hair. When I close it, that allows me to come through and take my section. And then what I've done is I've gone through horizontally all the way through, but not to the top section because I don't actually want to be able to see any of the crimping there. So I've just come across horizontally, and then to get some extra volume, you're then going to confuse the hair. And the reason why you're going to confuse the hair is you've gone already horizontally. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come in vertically with your iron. So what you're going to notice is the actual crimping look disappears and it almost just looks like a teasing finish. So I've gone through and done that all the way through this hair, and look at the lift that we've already got. So if I just turn Ashley around that way, because this is what we're trying to achieve, is that beautiful lift and finish, no teasing is needed. To make sure that we've got some nice lift at this front area, what I'm going to do is with the HTZ, you can see where the pink starts. Wherever the pink starts, that's where the heat starts. So I'm just going to be using that very front tip of the HTZ just to lift up this little area here before I then put a Velcro roller in. So you don't need to get rid of any of the front, but all you're going to do is just come in and it's like a half tap. So just a half tap, and you can already see what that's actually done. And I'll do the same on this side. So coming through, and it's just like a little half tap, and that's already gave me the lift. Now I'll pop in my Velcro roller. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give the hair just a little bit of hairspray with the Geo 365 spray. So it's just a good working spray. I'm going to bring the hair forward on a 45-degree angle. And the reason that I'm doing that is so that it sits on base, because we want that really nice maximum volume at the front of this hair. And we'll just wind that in. And we'll clip that into place. Always make sure your clip is in underneath. So if I just turn Ashley around that way, I'm only wanting to catch just a tiny bit of this hair here. So to collect it, I never want to clip on the top because you'll get a mark. So it's just like a tiny slither of hair, and that will just hold that in place. I'm now going to take a section from the back of the ear all the way around to the back of the ear. Just make sure that I've got enough hair. So I'm just going to have a look at what I'm going to have. This is all going to be the scallops that is going to be coming down. So I'm very happy with that. In fact, I might just add just a little bit more hair, and I'll turn that around. So I'm still going to the back of the ear to the back of the ear. I just added a little bit more thickness just at this crown area here. And you can see when I bring that back of what I'm looking, I'm going to get a really nice height at the same time. So let's just move that all out of the way, and we'll just clip this out while we put our bottom ponytail on. So we're going to take some bungee tape and we'll just make sure that that's all ready for me. So I'm just going to take the end off my bungee tape and just leave that sitting right next to me while I collect all the hair together for my low bun. Now I'm not going super tight because look at all this beautiful root volume here from the hot teas. It's just gorgeous. So I'm just going to get that sitting really quite nice for me before I put the ponytail in. So I just come around to here so you can all see that. Look at that, no teasing. Oh, makes me so excited. Okay, so now to put your bungee tape in, it literally just goes under your thumb. It comes around, get a little bit of tension back under the thumb, and then on the second turn, go nice and tight. So you're adding a little bit more tension in and just give it a little squeeze like so. And the great thing is bungee tape still allows you to move the hair through because you've got that nice silicone feel to the hair. So we'll just give that a nice volume, and I'm just looking at all that shape as well. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of, this is the blowout cream. So it's got a little bit of hold to it. And not too much, just a little bit. And I'm just going to bring this down. Might just take a little bit thinner. I'm certainly not putting the cream anywhere near that root area, and I've just gave that a little bit of a twist, and now I'm just going to hold that with my long fringe pins. Give that a little bit of a spray. And I'm going to continue to do that. So I'm starting at the top and I'm going to work my way to the sides. Adding my cream, always making sure that your cream is well blended into your hand. Combed with your detail comb, give that a little twist. And in with our long fringe pins. So we're bringing all that hair into that centre. And I'll just bring it around to here. I'm just going to leave a little bit of hair there. So very important that you're not going to the side, we're actually heading towards the pony. So you can see what's happened is all the scallops are all heading down towards the one area which is here. So I'm just going to now come from the opposite side and we'll continue to bring all those little scallops to the middle. Okay, so once you're happy with where all your scallops are, we're just going to bring the pins up a little bit higher so that we can get our bobby pins in here. So these are our scaffolding pins. Remember, these all come out. So we'll just move the scaffolding all up a little bit higher. So now what we want to do is pin in here. So I'm going to use just a normal size bobby pin. So I'm just going to make sure I've got a couple of bobby pins here, and we're going to crisscross those over. Just around about above where the ponytail is. One more in here. So remember, we're not adding hair extensions into Ashley's hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to midway down pop just a little tiny secret band. And this is going to be how much padding I'm going to make. So I'm going to take the HTZ and I'm going to go through and give this a really nice texture on the ends to make her own padding out of her hair. So we're going to use the Unite Texture Spray so that we make the most out of this little ponytail that we've got down here. And the great thing about, because we have gone through with the hot tease, is when we add a tease, I'm only using the big tail comb. So it creates that great little pom-pom, but it will also come out really, really easily. And you can see it's just a really nice textured pom-pom, which is really going to be my padding. A little bit more texture. And you can see I've got a really good bit of natural homemade padding in Ashley's hair. So I've just taken out my little secret band so I know where my pom-pom is. Now what I'm going to do is take a snag band and I'm just going to loop that into the hair, which means that what I can do now is just start to turn this around to create that nice little knot. So I'm just going to tuck in my pom-pom so you can see that this has gave it the width that it's needed. I'll get rid of those little pieces under here. We'll start to use our long fringe pins to hold my bun into place. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up, and just you can see the shine that the ball bristle on this little brush gives you, because it's really only a small amount of hair that you've been able to do a fair bit with. So, and now I'm just going to replace my fringe pins with a bobby pin. So opening up my bobby pin, actually I might just move that so that I know where my pins are going to go. Open up my bobby pin, come in, bring that right in so that's nice and secure. And now I can start to remove my long fringe pins. So I'm going to do one little pin under here, because then what we're going to do is snip off that band. It's just allowed us to keep control. So I'm just going to take the heat of the iron just to melt my little clip. So of course, as we've been working on the back, the front has been doing all the setting action for us. You could see I left a little bit of a longer piece on one side than the other, which I always really like. That it just becomes a little bit asymmetric. And I'll just and you can see the lift that between the HTZ and the roller has gave me is just really nice and natural. So your last thing that you're going to do, of course, is take out all your long fringe pins. And if we just do a little bit of a spin here, that is a really fast little bridal look that really shouldn't take you any longer than about 45 minutes. So like everything in the collective, it's actually now your turn. So I cannot wait to give you out all your certificates for this look. So thank you, Ashley. And I think your mum would really love to come to your wedding today.
Thank you.